And I don't know about you, but I think it's about time we make college affordable and accessible to every young person in America. So we're going to put in place a $4,000 tuition credit. Every student, every year. Now, you're going to have to give something back. You're going to have to put some hours in community service. Work in a veterans home. Work in a homeless shelter. Join the Peace Corps after you graduate. We will invest in you, and you will invest in America. And together we will build a greater future for all Americans. That's a bargain we can make with the next generation, if you're ready for change. If you are ready for change, then we can start having an energy policy that makes sense. Because right now, it makes no sense. I mean, we send $1 billion every day to foreign nations because of our addiction to foreign oil. And in the bargain, we drive up our gas prices because of high demand, so it's hitting you in the pocketbook. We're melting the polar ice caps. You know, Alabama's hot enough during the summer. If this thing gets warmer, you guys are going to be in trouble. And we're empowering enemies like Iran, making them more powerful because they export oil. So we've got to change our energy policy. I'm going to cap the emission of greenhouse gases that are making the planet warmer. We are going to take some of the money that we charge polluters and we're going to invest it in solar and wind and biodiesel, green technologies that can create jobs and opportunity in rural Alabama and rural Illinois and put people back to work. We can put young people back in inner cities working to make our buildings more energy efficient, train them in new jobs for the future. If we've got a sense of innovation and imagination, then it can be the engine that drives our economy for years to come. We can increase fuel efficiency standards on cars to 40 miles a gallon. We know how to do it. And by the way, when I made that proposal, I didn't do it in front of some environmental group. I went in front of Detroit to the automakers, and I told them they had to change their ways. And I have to admit, when I made the speech, the room was really quiet. Nobody clapped. But that's okay, because part of what you need from the next president is somebody who won't just tell you what you want to hear, but will tell you what you need to hear, will tell you the truth. Don't vote for me if you don't want to hear the truth. Now, when we talk about education, I will make sure that we've got money, $18 billion more per year in the school system. But I will also tell you the truth, which is I can give you all the money you want, but if parents don't start to parent, if we don't turn off the television set and make sure our kids do our homework, that money won't make a dime's bit of difference. We all have responsibilities to change America. Folks got to tell the truth. It's time. We can't wait to tell the truth. Some of our children in our inner cities, you know, yes, we need to do something about the violence, but part of that starts at home. What are we teaching our children about the value of human life? And are we teaching them to respect themselves? That's part of the truth we've got to tell. So, the question is, are you ready for change? If you are ready for change, then I want to be a president that has a civil rights division, of the Justice Department that actually believes in civil rights. I don't want Scooter living justice for some folks and Gina justice for other folks. I want the same justice for all folks. I want a Justice Department that believes in justice. I want an environmental protection agency that believes in protecting the environment. I want a federal emergency management agency that actually knows something about federal emergency management. I want a labor department that believes in labor. I want an education department that believes in education. I want to make government work again. It hasn't been working. And it needs to work right now. We cannot wait. And if you're ready for change, then we can start changing our foreign policy. So that, you know, I know that people are anxious about the economy right now. And rightfully so. That's why I've said we've got to get tax rebates into the pockets of hardworking Americans. We've got to change our tax code. We've got to ramp up job training. We've got to invest in infrastructure. We're spending $9 billion a day in Iraq that could have been spent right here in Birmingham, Alabama, on roads and bridges, putting people back to work. Broadband lines in rural Alabama. We have the resources, we just don't have the will and the wisdom. But, you know, and we need to keep people in their homes right now. You know, I've said we need to put forward a $10 billion, maybe more, foreclosure fund to help prevent people who've been trapped by these deceptive practices into losing their homes. They're going to have to just keep on paying something, but it doesn't serve anybody for them to lose their house.